Warning. This podcast may contain spoilers from whatever TV show or movie is mentioned. Please listen at your own discretion. Welcome to Viewers Anonymous.
Welcome to another episode. Damn, I almost said video. Welcome to another episode of the Viewers Anonymous podcast. I am Scoots Bronson.
And I am S. Foster.
That's right, man. And we're here to give you a review of some of the best and latest movies and television shows to date. What's going on with you, my guy?
Man, can't call it, man. Another day, another pod, man. Just trying to get shit done, man. And like I told you, man, just goddamn added a new bill and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, listen, it's house shit, but just telling you, shit wild. But anyway, man, how you been? How the job treating you? Everything, man. How everything been?
Man, everything been going great. You know what I'm saying? It's been a lot of exciting stuff going on, man. So I don't know if people, you know what I'm saying, really know. But, like, at this point, I'm just in, like, a family full of content creators. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, from my cousins who do music videos and everything and rap, and we do trick shot videos together. Then now I got my mom, you know what I'm saying? She's doing financial and, you know what I'm saying, budgeting videos on YouTube. Then my other little cousin who does the trick shot videos with us, he's branching off and he's going to start doing like motivational content as far as like working out, you know what I'm saying, motivational speeches and stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying, it's getting crazy, bro. Everybody just been super busy, you know what I'm saying, putting out content, putting stuff out and making stuff happen, and you know what I'm saying, it's been super dope. So like for the last like couple weeks, I've been showing my mom how to record videos and, you know what I'm saying, edit them herself and everything, and she's picked up super fast. And she's been doing like dang near a video a day, man, and she's just been on YouTube, you know what I'm saying, doing her thing. You guys can go check her out if you need help with anything financial, as far as budgeting, as far as saving money, as far as, you know what I'm saying, getting your accounts and everything like that in order. Definitely go check out Queens and Cash on YouTube. It is definitely worth it. This is one person I know who's real good with money. And I know because I'm always asking her to borrow some. So for a fact, I'm telling you, she's good with this, man. So she has some great tools to use, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So go check her out. Once again, it's Queens and Cash on YouTube. And man, outside of that, man, just you know what I'm saying, like I said, just, you know me, man, I'm trying to always do something. I just started fixing my game streaming last night, so I'll be back streaming video games on Twitch super soon. We're gonna do a squad up version of it. You know what I'm saying? Immaculate Bros Gaming is coming to you. Isolated Society Gaming is coming to you as well. So y'all be on the lookout for that too. Check me out on Twitch while we here.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
But man, listen, I'm gonna stay on you though, man. You've been talking about it for a minute, man.
Hey man, you know I finally fixed the shit now. I got you.
Yeah, man, that'll be exciting, man. Listen, I've never gotten into it, but what I do know is it is a huge market for that shit.
Yeah,
like that shit get mad views, man. Mark is into that shit. Like,
yeah,
he was showing me the last time I was down in Florida. He was showing me like a lot of these like YouTube videos of like people playing games and shit. And it's like, yo, like people love that shit. So.
And the crazy part is, man, like people are taking Twitch, even though it's a video game platform. Like a lot of people are taking Twitch and really just starting pods on that shit. So it's
I heard.
You know what I'm saying, that they're doing with that.
Yeah, I heard Logic had, when he claimed he retired, that he was just dropping music on Twitch. So he was like using Twitch for new music and shit. So yeah, people using it for a lot of things, man. A lot of things.
Shit, so. Ice from the JBP, man, that's what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? He got the show. like I think every Thursday and Sunday or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he be on there doing this thing. He just got started, but yeah, Twitch is fastly becoming one of those platforms that, you know what I'm saying, people are running to and trying to get content on there ASAP. So shout out to them. And also, man, if you guys are in the gaming, man, I know a lot of people don't look at it as a gaming platform, but Caffeine, they are starting to get a bunch of people on there to get their content going as well. I know a lot of people just go there to watch the, you know what I'm saying, rap battles, but they got a few gaming joints on there that's pretty tough.
Okay. I ain't mad at it, man. I never knew that we was gonna come to a place where we would watch people play video games. Like
it depends on who it is.
True, but like I tell you, I remember it was a huge thing where the dude, the one black dude that would play Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and they used to put his clips up all over social media. And when I tell you, I almost clicked on that shit. That dude was hilarious. Like the shit he used to do on there, that shit was hilarious, man. I was like, yo, if I was to start like just sit back watching this, I like this would be the person in the game that I would watch.
For sure, bro. Man, let me tell you something about Twitch. You can go in there and you'll get caught up. You'll get caught. It's some baddies on there playing video games, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I follow a lot of them. I be sitting there just you forget they playing video games sometimes, man. But I mean, this for me is it's fun to watch them because, you know what I'm saying, of course it's interactive. So, you know, you got to chat on there, and then like if people donate or if people follow or anything else like that, depending on how they got their stream set up, you know what I'm saying, graphics will pop up on the screen, your name will pop up, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So I mean, it's pretty dope, man, the way that they got shit set up. I just found out how to do it, so I'm still working on the odds and ends of it. But so far, so good. It's been working. We got some stuff, you know what I'm saying, going. Like I said, I can't wait to be a part of the gaming community for real. I've been playing games all my life, and I figured I might as well join. And then my son, he wants to do it too, so I'm really trying to learn for him. That way I can get him, you know what I'm saying, set up and have him, you know what I'm saying, good to go. That way when he gets a little bit older, he can actually start doing it. I let him stream on my Twitch a lot, but for right now, I want to make sure he kind of gets the basics down. He's kind of learning too, so we'll see how it play out. But yeah, if he do what he's supposed to be doing, man, I might hook him up with a nice little setup where he can, you know what I'm saying, just come in and get a little early college fun started.
Yo, I ain't mad at it, man. Like I've been talking to people, man, money people, man. I done learned a whole bunch of new tricks, man, that they didn't teach us. And listen, I am on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just speaking to somebody about that not too long ago. I was just saying like, yo, like I got some plans, man, to get my kids a head start, man, in this credit game. So yeah. I got some plans, man. Got some plans.
Yeah, and I'm trying to make sure that I do everything possible to, you know what I'm saying, like learn how to do stuff, but also learn how to monetize it as well. Because, you know what I'm saying, like they tell you, man, you got to have multiple streams of income if you really want to be successful out here. If you really want to be okay out here, you need income coming in from a bunch of different places. And so far, I've managed to monetize maybe about three other ways. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm steadily getting them built up, and I'm steadily trying to be as consistent as I can with them. But yeah, it's looking good. So so far, man, it's looking real good.
Good deal, man. That's always great news to hear, man.
Sure,
always,
man. For sure. But today, man, we got a good one on our hands. This one is a pretty, well, I want to say old, but I mean, it's a pretty older movie. Came out in 2007, which is crazy because that's the year I graduated. But It's starring Cedric the Entertainer, Lucy Liu, Nicolette Sheridan, Mark Dacascos, Niecy Nash, D. Ray Davis, Will Patton, and a host of other people, man. We're talking about Codename The Cleaner, man. Now, this is one of those movies where, of course, you know what I'm saying, I watched it because it's Cedric the Entertainer, but it was one of those movies where it was like you start watching it and then like next thing you know, it's just playing in the background. You know what I mean? Like I ain't really sit down and watch it. I was up doing a whole bunch of other stuff around next time. And then like a lot of the times, especially in 2007, like I was, you know, I'd be watching the movie and then next thing you know, I'm out the house. So a lot of these movies that came out around this time, I ain't really get a chance to watch. But rewatching this one, man, I'm kind of salty I didn't, because this shit is hilarious. You know what I'm saying?
Is, and then it's that age of comedy in 2007, it was different. And because the thing about Ced was really never like a body type of comedian. What I mean by like body comedian, like, you know, he wasn't a comedian that you know, threw himself off of a building to, you know, get somebody laugh, like what's my man name? Farley. He wasn't like him. And like this movie, you know, Ced was doing like a lot of shaking. He was doing the thing, like he was doing that whole little thing. And what was funny when he would do the karate moves, and he would be like, "This ain't what you want." Like that shit is hilarious, man. And the age of comedy at that time, it was different from the comedy movies that we're watching today. And I appreciated going back and watching this movie because I've actually had this movie on the list for a while, for the simple fact of like, when it comes to Ced the Entertainer, he never really had like a lot of movies where like he was like the guy. And I think that this movie is very, very slept on because, like, even going back and watching it now, because of how comedy changed, you appreciate what comedy was in 2007 because it was really a different time. And not that it has grown into something that's bad, it's just different. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, right? Yo, I don't know why this shit was so fucking funny to me. When he had changed into that Dutch outfit to go in with those dancers, and my man said, "You never seen Dutch chocolate?"
No. Yeah, that nigga was bugging, bro.
Yo, that shit was so funny to me.
Bugging, bro. That shit was actually funny as shit. No, what was even funnier, bro, when that nigga was he was up there on stage when he fucked up, and then he turned around, and other people was up there, and then old dude did the thing, and he gave him the challenge hand, and that nigga started doing the pop lock from Rerun and them and shit, bro. That shit was funny as fuck, man.
Man, I'm talking about comedy. He tried to do the Kid and Play. Yeah, my man is like, "What is you doing?" Yo, it was so funny, and I just think that, like, okay, right, all right, we gotta slow it down. So the synopsis of this movie is basically he is a janitor, right? Works at Digital Arts, but he was cool with this one guy that worked there named Riley, and he knew that he was a huge gamer. So obviously they must have been. Well, he was trying to, you know, program and do games himself. You know what I'm saying? Jake was, and Riley knew that. I think Riley was trying to help him with
Riley
them
was
doing that.
His ideas at first.
Yeah, Riley was still his ideas. But what they ended up finding within trying to develop a game, they seen that the guy that owned the place, he was trying to make this chip to where you can fucking, you know, you can call an airstrike and won't even be able to be tracked. Like they was finding a way to do this shit on the black market. Yeah. So he went to sell the chip to the FBI. Shit got kind of fishy. He got hit upside the head and he lost his memory. And the bad people was sitting there trying to talk to him like he was. She tried to act like it. Yo, when she did the whole thing of trying to say, "I'm your wife," and this is what you say.
Wait a minute. I married a white woman? Hey, bro. Even even knocked unconscious, he knew, nigga, something ain't right about that.
Yeah, he was like, nah. He was like, I married a white woman and a rich. He said, who am I, Lionel Richie?
That shit is funny as hell, bro.
Oh, man. So basically the whole movie, when he got hit upside the head, he started having flashes of his memory. And my man think he is in the Black Ops for some odd reason.
In video games.
Yeah. Oh, we gonna get to that. So he's sitting there thinking that he is like some kind of, you know what I'm saying, military man or whatnot. He's the Colonel Bowman and all this type of shit. And so like throughout the whole movie, he's regaining some of his memory, and he ran into Gina and all this type of shit. So like that's basically the movie, and like he's really trying to regain his memory and get this chip so the chip wouldn't fall into the wrong hands. So that's basically like what this movie is about. But yo, this shit, like it's like I say, it's one of those really underrated movies that a lot of people don't talk about it, and really a lot of people, like I've never went up to somebody and been like, yeah, they was like, yo, we ever seen Codename the Cleaner? Like nobody really watched it, but it's really, really a really funny movie, man. Like I love when he was talking to the when he was talking to the butler guy.
Oh my god!
And he was like, he said, "Yo," he says, "Anything you need, sir." He's like, "Man, I just got a taste for Skittles, man." He's like, "You give me some Skittles?" He's like, "Yes, sir." He's like, "And oh no." He asked him, "No,
that's
he's
for the
not,
magazine
man."
first.
He asked for the magazine first. He gave him the magazine. Said, "We ain't got no jet."
Yeah, like, he was like, "What's the jet?" It was like, "Yeah, you know,
he said,
little, got the
he said you know, kind of small."
Yeah, like a
pamphlet. Kind of small, like a pamphlet. He was like a smile like a pamphlet and got the beauty of the week. And then I'm just saying, like, just little shit like that, man. It is just so funny, man. And like I will say this though, I do miss that type of comedy though. Because because it's different. But this is why I hate to have to do this. Look, I love Cedric Entertainer. Cedric Entertainer is one of the greatest comedians to ever touch the stage. I want to say that first. But this got to be said. Nobody in their right mind. I know he got hit upside the head. I knew he had some memory loss. But ain't no way in your right mind that you think with that body you are in the special ops, my guy.
You never know,
the
man.
way you built and how out of shape
Kevin James did it too, bro. Kevin James did it too, man. They was putting on for the Husky guys.
Yo, that shit was so funny. It's like you really thought you was special ops. Really?
It's possible.
Nah.
Look at Aaron Donald, bro.
Come on, man. First of all, Aaron Donald is one of the freakishliest bodies that there is known to man. This dude is 270.
Yeah, he wear pads all the time, so nobody knows. So I always put him with the Husky dudes.
Man, listen, that dude,
and I get away with it every time.
Listen,
I got people believing Aaron Donald is fat.
Aaron Donald is definitely not fat.
He's the furthest thing from it.
Him and Myles Garrett, they bodies are just
crazy.
Okay.
Bricks.
First of all,
like,
pause.
Brick. Yeah, pause like motherfucking brick. I mean, no, I'm not pausing that. Bricks. These niggas is made out of bricks, man. Plain and simple.
Man,
but
hey, they my man out of Fantastic Four or something.
Facts.
Something ain't right.
Facts. That's what I'm saying. But I got people believing that Aaron Donald is fat.
Yo, people need to revisit their mind state. Think that dude is fat because
I got people thinking that he is Team Husky, man.
I mean, he's definitely Husky, but at the same time, I mean, he is built solid like a rock, dude. And
nigga is in shape. He's not Husky at all.
And I tell you somebody else who
I seen this nigga working out, bro, with an Under Armour shirt on. And you know how, like, you know how you see them kids back in the day when they used to spin the merry-go-round real fast, and that one kid was holding on that was about to fall off. Yeah, that's how that Under Armour shirt was holding on there. Donald, that fucking man is stacked, bro. That nigga is cut up, man. Him and Shannon, Shannon Sharp, bro. Like them niggas, that's crazy. But yeah, dude, I've been telling people, and I'm still telling people to this day, if they are naive to the fact I will have them believing he is on the Husky squad.
I tell you somebody else, dude. The only reason I follow him, you know what I'm saying, Florida State, you know what I'm saying, knows, baby. Mm-hmm. But Darnell Dockett, now he's not been out the league for about 5, 6, 7 years. Mm-hmm. But man, he's still working out. This dude is still built like, man, it is crazy. Man. Dude, and I will tell y'all something. If y'all want to see something that is not fair, well, there's two things that y'all need to see that is not fair. First one, let me go ahead and get out of the way. I'm going to say it real quick. I'm talking about Darnell Dockett. But if y'all watch Derrick Henry in high school, yeah, shit ain't fair. But the other person,
watch that nigga work out. That's not fair.
Yeah, man. If y'all go back and watch the high school highlight tape of Darnell Dockett, listen.
Nope, you missing. It's three things that's not fair.
I would have quit.
I'm with you, but listen, it's three things that's not fair. The third thing that's not fair is the fact that this nigga said the entertainer had at least 30 minutes to 45 minutes of this movie where Lucy Liu was his girlfriend.
Listen.
Now, there ain't nothing fair about that.
You ain't lying. Man, when he went into that diner,
man,
and they did the glow shot.
Mm-hmm.
Listen.
She all right.
Boy, you want to talk about if you just out somewhere and that's on the TV, boy, you doing a beeline to man. Listen,
I told you. Hold on, I told you offline. Lucy Liu was the reason that a lot of dudes went to go see some of the movies that they was, seeing with their girlfriends because the movies was trash. But Lucy Liu she's all right.
Yo. You want to talk about somebody that used to sit around and watch Charlie's Angels like it's
hey man, me and you both. Cameron Diaz was cool, but Lucy Liu,
shit. Oh man, now she
Lucy Liu had me.
Oh man, she had me, man. Like I told you earlier, man, it was a movie, man, that never hit the box office or nothing. It was called Rise, the Bounty Hunter or some shit. I simply bought the movie simply because it had Lucy Liu on the cover. Mm-hmm. I didn't even know any of the other actors in there. I was just like, hey, Lucy Liu here. I don't care.
Lucy Liu just fine, man.
Man, different. Listen, she was born in 1968.
I know that's crazy.
Crazy. So,
crazy.
But that is one of the best to me.
She born the same year as my mom, bro.
I know that ain't even right. I don't even supposed to be looking at her like that.
Shit, that made me wonder. That definitely made me wonder. She an older woman too, bro. Oh man, that's my type.
Man, don't get me started. So, man, the way they introduced her was great. First of all, you could tell it is 2007, dude, because those ice cubes, that shit was so fucking fake. That ain't the point. That's besides the point. And it was just funny. So she dumped it on him, and then because he had the the blood on his head, so all this memory loss. So I said this on the Coming Soon, but listen, this is the funniest shit ever. So he's trying to tell her like, yo, like I'm rich and this, that, and so the way they set it up, because he was like, you know what I'm saying, I'm special ops and all this type of stuff. And she was like, you're a killer. And he was like, how many hands, how many mans are these hands killed? And she was like, she said, they send you in to mop up. And he was like, he said,
no, she said cleaning the earth. She said you took out a lot of trash. He said, yeah, cleaning the earth for human debris.
She said, you mop up trouble. He's like, germ warfare. She was like, clean countless toilets. What? You're a janitor, dumbass. He was like, nah. He was like, I am special ops. She said, I try special mops. And she said, room right there.
That shit was funny. The Broom Raider, bro, that one got me. That one broke me. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was clever as hell.
That was so clever, boy, and her timing was great, man.
Yeah.
And I think that people tend to forget, like, she's not a comedic, you know what I'm saying, actress. You know what I'm saying? But she was able to get that shit, dude, boy. She said Broom Raider, and man, it seemed like she just could not wait to say that shit to me.
Yeah.
Like, that was, man, that's one of the funniest scenes in the movie, man. Like, I had posted it on my socials, so y'all can go to S.Foster 8, man, to see that scene on the socials. But man, that shit was so funny. I love the way that they brought Lucy Liu into this movie.
Yeah.
Because it was, I don't know, man. I thought it was great, man.
Man, so this movie was great on so many aspects because not only did it, did you have like Nicolette Sheridan in it, who people, if you haven't heard of Nicolette Sheridan, go back and watch a great comedy movie. You know what I'm saying? Because this is really her specialty. But go back and watch a great comedy movie called Beverly Hills Ninja. And she was the beautiful Sally Jones in this movie. You know what I'm saying? And she's been doing this a long time. So she's been playing some of the straight roles in these comedic movies for forever. And she, you know what I'm saying, she came out, she got her job done. One of my favorite scenes that she was in the beginning when, you know what I'm saying, she was trying to get the memories out of Jake. And she came in with the lingerie, and that nigga got up, he started dancing and shit, bro. Man, that shit was funny to the motherfucker, bro. He was like, shit, he said, Big Jake ain't remembering shit right now. He said, but little Jake is screaming, baby, I'm home. That shit had me crying, bro. But yeah, man, I enjoyed this because, like you said, man, this was a great time when we had these type of comedy movies, right? It was like, it wasn't really like super comedy, but it was like a silly type of comedy. And then on top of that, like, this was like Sad's time too. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember he was doing like Johnson Family Vacation. Him and Steve was going back and forth with the movies. I think Steve had like Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins around that time. Him and Steve was in. No, I'm saying Steve was in that though. Wasn't he?
Okay.
Wasn't he like
and Roscoe? Not Roscoe.
Who was the other dude in Roscoe?
His brother was the big dude.
Michael Clark Duncan.
Michael Clark Duncan, yeah, he was his brother.
Johnson Family Vacation is what I'm thinking of. When him and Steve was, you know what I'm saying, brothers and stuff, they, you know what I'm saying, they was doing that. He was the lead in that. He had a couple other movies where he was the lead in. Like, this was really around the time where he was really getting, you know what I'm saying, his shine, man, like coming off a Barbershop. He was in Be Cool, which was a great movie. Let me see. Let me go to this time real quick. But, you know what I'm saying? He was coming off of the Kings of Comedy. Not only coming off of the Kings of Comedy, he also was coming off of the Steve Harvey Show, which, you know what I'm saying, he did a great job in that. He had did let me see, Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins. He was in Street Kings. He ended up in one of the Madagascar movies. He was in Cadillac Records after this. Like, so he was really getting a lot of different roles that were some big time roles. It wasn't just like, you know what I'm saying, little movies that didn't really mean things. Like, he was getting some action around this time. And then, you know what I'm saying, his stand-up was always good, like you said, too. He had a couple stand-up specials coming out around that time as well. So, you know what I'm saying, like, he was really on slate to really kind of be like that next comedian to kind of get, you know what I'm saying, his just due. And I feel like he did with a lot of the movies that he was in. To be able to put him in a cast like this, you know what I'm saying, with somebody like Lucy Liu, who was basically like damn near a blockbuster actress. To bring somebody like Nicolette Sheridan in, Niecy Nash, of course, she really wasn't like up there, but she still had her shine from like Reno 911, which she was amazing in. Then you got D. Ray Davis, who, of course, at this time was one of the, was an up and coming comedian. He was doing a lot of stuff around this time. A lot of people knew him, was getting used to knowing him from the Kanye West Through the Wire video. Then you got like Will Patton. Will Patton was basically doing his thing around this time. He was in a lot of big movies. So you had guys who can, kind of do, everything that you needed them to do. And you had people who were either just as big or bigger that he was around. So that kind of made it a little, you kind of seen it made it a little bit easier for him to kind of get that shine, which to me was a surprise as to why this movie didn't get the, like the proper criticism that it deserved. Because I feel like this was actually a pretty good movie. It's nothing that's too off the wall. There's nothing that's out the way. It's pretty much like clean comedy. I mean, it got some cussing in it, but outside of that, like it's pretty much clean comedy. And like it feel like this is something that you can actually take your kids to go see. And everybody, like, like this is like a family comedy that everybody can go see and enjoy. And it just didn't get that kind of praise. But I feel like for him to do a movie like this, to make the movie what it was, with the premise that it was, like, of course we know that, Said wasn't no secret agent. But the fact that, like him having them flashbacks, like him being in the elevator and then hear the ding and then he's spanking the old lady in the elevator. Bro, like shit like that. Like only Said could do that type of shit. Like to me, he's that kind of guy where he has that crossover appeal. Like he can do, he can do movies for a black audience, he can do movies for a white audience, and then he can also do movies for everybody else and everybody in between. And it's just like I just don't understand why this movie didn't get the praise that it deserves, man.
I'm with you with that. And also everything that you said is 100% correct. I'm just, doing the podcast thing, doing the other side of it. You got somebody like Lucy Liu, right? Mm-hmm. She's been around for a while, but she's coming off of a huge blockbuster. It came out in 2000, Charlie's Angels, right? Yep. So then, she's doing some shit. But then they turn around. She's in Chicago in 2002. Then she comes out with another Charlie's Angels. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Then she comes out with another Charlie's Angels 2003. Mm-hmm. So then they come out with a video game for Charlie's Angels. Then next thing you know, 2003. Oh, I never played a video game. But I will say this, though. This shit dropped in the same year. So she is Alex, you know what I'm saying, Monday, and fucking Charlie's Angels then turn around to be Oshi Ren and got that Kill Bill Volume 1 the same year. Then the next year, you know what I'm saying, Volume 2 come out. You know what I'm saying? So people know who Lucy Liu is. You know what I'm saying? Like, as big as Charlie's Angels and the Kill Bill movies were, to have a movie like Codename The Cleaner come out with her and Said the Entertainer, I don't see why this movie really didn't get that shine, because you got the hot comedian at the time that's killing it. Then you just got just beauty.
Fine ass Lucy Liu.
You know what I mean?
Fine ass Lucy Liu.
You know what I mean? It's just like, dude, that sounds like a good fucking combination for a movie to me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Which was kind of odd, but listen, everybody's taste is different, but I really didn't get why this movie really didn't get the shine they did, because there are so many hilarious moments. Like you brought up the one part before we started recording when D. Ray Davis was in the bathroom with the cop, and we didn't even get into the first part of it. So the FBI agent is in there trying to get him to snitch on Jake, and he's like, man, he's like, I can't do it. He's like, even though he trashed at cleaning up, he's like, I can't sell him out. He's like, I'll be a snitch. And then he put the gun out on him, and he was already trying to be what kind of rapper he's trying to be? The clean, dirty rapper. And then he said, man, you gonna shoot me? And he was like, you know what? Shoot me then. He's like, man, this is what I need. He's like, this is what I need. He's like, shoot me in the shoulder. And he was like, nah, that's gonna hurt. He was like, nah, shoot me on the side right here. He's like, man, I got some fat, just shoot the fat off. He's like, nah, don't do that. He's like, oh, I got it. shoot me in the ass.
He said that way. He was like, that way it looked like I was trying to get away. He said, shit, y'all cops get out here shooting people anyway.
Yo, that shit was so funny. And then when my mans walked in, because the cops just walked out.
You underselling it. This nigga kept saying, put it in my ass. Put it in my ass. Right in the ass. Right in the ass. Do it. Come on. Put it in my ass. So this motherfucker got freaked out and was like, you know what? I'm cool on this motherfucker. He is not worth trouble. He walked out. The other janitor come in, and this nigga said again, put it in my ass. Put it in my ass. That nigga said, I don't even know you anymore.
And then he just walks out. Yo,
hey, bro.
Oh, my God.
That nigga said, oh, man, this ain't going to go good. For sure, bro. For sure.
Man, listen. It has so many iconic parts in there, man. Yeah. And then, the all time is when he's still trying to convince Gina, like, yo, like, he said, well, I guess it's a good time now forever. He was like, I'm Colonel Bowman. Welcome to the team. And she was like, I gotta do this. And so she take him and show him that it's a video game. It's like, you've been playing this video, like this is your favorite video game. He was like, nah. She was like, well, she was like, hey, I gotta do this. But she put out the DVD, and when they was there recording this, doing the moves. Man. Like, just say what you want. It was so fucking funny.
No, bro. The fact that this nigga worked for digital arts, and he really was working for electronic arts, and they showed the games. These niggas took the EA Sports games and just flipped them around on the back, and was going through the games. And he was, and the thing that threw me off was he didn't even realize that the games that he was looking at was the shit he was talking about. When he went up in the beginning, when he was golfing with the Butler, nigga, they had Tiger Woods PGA golf on there. Then when he was doing all the Black Ops shit, it looked like a Call of Duty game and some shit like that. I'm like, fam, that's how I figured out what the fuck was going on. I'm like, oh, this nigga just reenacting all the video games that he was playing.
Because that's the only memory that he has. And then, and then, like I say, that type of comedy was just so different in 2007, because even the part where when they go over to which they was finally able to get him, well, Gina took him to his house, and then he was like, well, no. So she gave him his cell phone, and he was like, he's like, let me look at the call history. Quiznos.
No.
Papa John. Quiznos.
Spies gotta get hungry. Some spies get hungry.
No, when they hit the machine, and hit the machine, he was like, hey, he's like, Jake, my man. He's like, man, look, somebody came by and like stuff, like the bread truck didn't come by or something like that. But he's like, don't you worry though. He's like, I'm gonna have your sandwich to you right on time. Hey,
that shit is hilarious, man.
Yo, can you imagine? You know what I'm saying? A Quiznos or anybody calling you like, yo, our bread truck or whatever didn't come today, but I got you though. Like, for you to have that type of service, literally, you go there every day, my guy.
No, my brother used to drive school buses, and every day on his route was like, it was like this little like mom and pop joint, and they literally used to have his lunch ready for him to come in and buy it. He didn't have to call in and order it no more or nothing. He was there every day. So I know for a fact that something like that goes on somewhere in America.
Oh, yeah, it definitely goes on in America. Like, I used to go, when I was on my old route, there was this one place I used to eat there a lot. And, like, I would come in, and, like, they would already have it, like, rung up for me. They were like, they know what I'm getting, because it got to the point where I ordered the same thing. So they were just like, the yep. Pay.
I used to have a Chinese food restaurant that I used to go to at my first job ever. And I used to walk over there, and I used to get a chicken sandwich with cheese and French fries. And I would go in there, and when they see me, They'd be like, give us a couple minutes. And then that's what I get, pay for it, and walk right out. So I know for a fact, like, yeah, it's not surprising that my man Jake had this connection. And he was a lousy janitor, so I know that's all he was doing.
Everybody kept saying how he was a bad janitor.
Yeah, he was a horrible janitor.
Oh man, yo, but I just, you know what I need to do? We need to pull one of our man. I need to see what else was coming out in 2007 because I keep saying that time was so different.
Yeah,
and the comedy was different.
Definitely.
And like it's great going back watching like the new movies and all this shit. Well, it's good going back and watching the old movies. What I wanted to say. But
oh man, you had classics, bro. You had classics. First off, you had one of the best comedies to ever grace a silver screen. You had Superbad. Then you had another one in Blades of Glory. You know what I'm saying? It gets the people going. You know what I'm saying? You had Norbit. You had Walk Hard. You had The Heartbreak Kid. You had Evan Almighty. You had I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. Man, you had Juno.
Dude, Wild Hog. My dad loved that movie.
Well, oh my God, Wild Hogs, hilarious. You had
Wild Hog, Good Luck, Chuck.
Yep. You had Rush Hour 3. You had Balls of Fury. You had Are We Done Yet? Death at a Funeral, hilarious. The Brother Solomon was hilarious. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Do. Kicking It Old School was all right. You had Who's Your Caddy? You had I Think I Love My Wife, Mr. Woodcock. You had some pretty good ones.
Yeah, but none of them pretty good ones.
None of them as good as Superbad, Blades of Glory, Walk Hard, and I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry was funny too, and fucking Juno was hilarious. Knocked Up, of course. Wild Hogs was funny, bro. In Hot Tub, I'm gonna tell you how funny Wild Hogs is. In Hot Tub Time Machine, bro. When they was sitting in the cabin before they got in the hot tub, and them niggas were trying to figure out what to do, and they was trying to call hookers and shit. So this nigga was like, "Yo," he was like, "We gotta find something to do, man." He was like, "Why don't we just sit here and say relax? Why do we have to get hookers?" He was like, "Cause it's called bonding." He said, "Yeah, this is what men do." Haven't you even seen Wild Hogs? Bro, that shit is stained in my memory forever, bro. That shit is always staying in my. That shit is the funniest shit to me, man. But when I tell you, like a movie like this to come out amongst those, now I kind of understand why I didn't get the credit it got.
Yeah, but then even with just a year though, man, we did this one movie. We did Dead Silence. And that was one of those underrated movies, and I've been trying to get you to watch it for a while, but dude, Fracture. Now this is the thing about Fracture. I added that to our, you know what I'm saying. We got a little list, y'all, that we put out of movies so we just don't forget shit. I added that on there. This movie's great. Anthony Hopkins and fucking Ryan Gosling, great. The number 23, Disturbia. The Rob Zombie Halloween came out that year. Death Proof and Planet Terror came out. Shooter came out with Mark Wahlberg. The Mist came out this year. Hannibal Rising. Vacancy was a good under the radar movie.
Yeah, it was.
1408.
Yep.
Awake was a good underrated movie that came out that year as well. Premonition is really fucking good. We need to add Premonition to the fucking list. The Invisible, that was a really, really good movie. That movie slept on. Gone Baby Gone, that shit was good. Stomp the Yard, Mr. Brooks. This is my favorite Kevin Costner movie. I never was a huge Kevin Costner fan.
Mr. Brooks?
Mr. Brooks was great. Kevin Costner was a fucking serial killer with a damn what do you call it? Alter ego. And that shit was
Nothing will
phenomenal.
ever be. No Kevin Costner movie will ever beat Waterworld.
I don't know why I thought you was about to say The Bodyguard.
That's a Whitney Houston movie. You don't give Kevin Costner no credit in that, man.
He's stupid. A movie that we done already. No Country for Old Men.
Yep.
Perfect Stranger. You know what I'm saying? Halle Berry, Bruce Willis. That's a really good movie. One of my favorite up to date horror movies. 30 Days a Night.
Oh my!
And 28 Weeks Later,
bruh.
So
those two right there. First off, 28 Weeks Later made you look at zombies a totally different way.
Oh my god!
Because that shit brought the rabbit zombies out of nowhere. Because from up until then, the only way we looked at zombies was like these slow walking creatures who didn't do shit.
Mm-hmm.
These zombies on 28 Weeks Later. Bruh, these motherfuckers started a whole bunch of video game franchises off of this. Second, 30 Days of Night, bruh. When I tell you, I never want to go to Alaska because of this movie. Not because of the vampires, but because of the fact that these motherfuckers had 30 days of nighttime. I would never get anything done. I'd never get nothing done, bro.
Yo, that movie, man, that's one of my favorite. I have to say Halloween. One of my favorite vampire movies.
Yeah, for
that
sure.
Shit was dope as fuck.
That
was a really, really good movie.
They were snatching the Reaping houses, nigga.
Man, listen, and they was quick as fuck too.
Yeah.
The Reaping came out that year.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic Four, the Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Best Fantastic Four ever.
I think so too. That's my favorite. That's my favorite one. Yeah. So look, The Great Debaters came out that year. You know what I'm saying? They came out with the Hitman movie, you know what I'm saying, off the video game.
Yep.
So Spider-Man 3 came out that year. So
probably my favorite Spider-Man.
And so I
that
mean,
nigga
listen,
walked outside of the store and he was doing that dance, bro, pointing at them ladies and they was looking at me like, what the fuck? Hilarious.
Dude.
And shout out to Topher Grace.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Eric Foreman.
Look, I can see how this movie got lost.
Yeah.
A lot of shit came out this year, man. The Brave one, Transformers, the very first Transformers came out here. So listen, a lot of shit came out in 2007. So I can see how this movie kind of got lost in the shuffle. And in a terrible Ghost Rider movie.
I guarantee you, Ghost Rider was trash. I guarantee you though that this movie was at least a top 5 bootleg movie in 07.
Oh yeah.
Listen, I'm straight facing out. I guarantee you, because of Cedric the Entertainer, this was a top 5 bootleg movie in 07.
Dude, if I'm putting my money on the line, is that and Stump the Yard.
Oh, for sure.
Those two are the big, man. I'm talking about you are in the barbershop, the DVD man show up, and you are grabbing.
And I'm gonna tell you how they. I'm gonna tell you. Listen, I'm gonna tell you how they even told you what they had. They never said Codename the Cleaner. They called it the Cedric Entertainer movie, and Stump the Yard was the Chris Brown movie.
Yep, even though Chris Brown was in it for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But so dude, The Hill Has Eyes 2 came out that
Not
year.
as good as the first one.
And Hostel Part 2, The Hitcher.
Oh yeah, big time.
Oh man, so listen.
Yo, I went back and watched those recently.
Which one?
Hostel. All of them. Yeah, that made me not want to go to Europe either.
Man, listen, the
it's
first
just
one
it's something about Europeans, man, that they just too fucking violent. Like, why they so fucking violent, man? They killed off the Indians, took over fucking India, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, they got hotels that set you up to die. Like, shit is crazy. Dude on Taken, all them motherfuckers was European. Shit was nuts, man.
True. dude, Resident Evil: The Extinction. So I can see how I got lost. But to get back to it, man, like it has a lot of great moments. And then no, I love the part where when he finally figured out where the chip was. Mm-hmm. So him and Gina go in there to go get the chip. And he was like, the mouth of the rat. He was like, I found it. He was like, she like, you did it. And they came in. And then he said, he said, man, I'm going to hit you with my elbow and knock Adam's apple out. He was like, I'm going to hit you with him. And I was like, nothing you can do about it because I'm CIA. And then Riley said, Jake, what are you talking about? You're like, you're a janitor. And then the flashes came in his head when he was bumping the floors. And he was like, uh-oh, we gonna die.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it is hilarious, man. Like, and then like seeing him do those moves, man, and keep saying this ain't what you want. I'm telling you, but like this is straight comedy, man.
The funny part is when they go to Lucy Lou's house, bro, and he talking to her, and he was like, "Wait, so you mean to tell me?" No, he said, "No." That he said, "Wait, how long I been hitting that?" She said, "Hitting what?" She said, "Wait a minute, you got to do a lot more work to get the mamas." She walked out. I was like, "Whoa, bro!" I was like, "Yeah, I'm with him on that one." He was writing that shit down. He was like, I got a girlfriend and I ain't even hitting that. I was like, I feel you, bro. I feel you.
That was hilarious because she said, because he was like, so you telling me? He was like, I'm leaving my clothes over here, and I ain't getting that. And she was like, oh, you would remember if you got some of this. I was like,
for sure,
man, that was great. Yeah, definitely, that was great, man. It's one of those things, man, and what's great about, and I love doing what we just did, man, like going back and seeing like what else was surrounded around this, because I think sometimes that matters, and I think that this movie got lost in the shuffle because, look, you said the very first movie that you said, Superbad, really, that was the beginning of like this new age of like that whole little crew where they was like really calling them like the new Rat Pack. You know what I'm saying? Yep. When it came to Rogan, what's my man name? Seth Rogen.
Oh man, Seth Rogen, Bill Hader.
Why can't I remember his name?
Which one?
Fat dude.
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill. Damn.
Yeah.
But like that was when they came in, and like that movie just really completely changed the landscape of what was really going on.
They had a whole squad, bro. It was Seth Rogen, it was Paul Rudd, Jonah Hill, it was what's the dude that's the one friend that he was best friends with Jonah Hill in the movie. I can't think of his name.
Oh my God! Are you talking about my man that was in Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
No, that's dude from How I Met Your Mother. His name is shit. Hold on.
Yeah, like I am blanking right now. I don't know why I can't remember these people's names. But like, yeah, that was the beginning. Like, I mean, listen, everybody was talking about this movie. Like, Superbad really, really changed like the whole landscape of what was really going on at that time. Yeah. We spoke about it. I don't know where we spoke about this at. We spoke about this. Dude, Emma Stone was in the joint. Like, you had brought that up, but she wasn't a part of the crew. But
Emma Stone she was definitely in some of those too. You right about that though. But it was Jonah Hill,
Dave Franco,
James Franco, Dave Franco, Michael Cera, Paul Rudd, Christopher Mintz, Judd Apatow was the ringleader because you know what I'm saying he did all of the production. Jason Segel was the guy you was talking about.
Jason
the guy I was talking about. Jay Baruchel, Rose Byrne, she was in it. Katherine Heigl was in it. Andy Samberg, Zac Efron jumped in later on. Bill Hader was a part of it. Sebastian Stan, Black Widow, he was a part of. Black Widow. Winter Soldier, he was a part of some of them. Danny McBride was another one of them. He was funny as hell. Jack Black was in there a little bit too, and then shout out to Leslie Mann. She did a lot of the movies with them too. Yep. So they had a squad. When I tell you, bro, like they was on that Adam Sandler type, you know what I'm saying, vibe where they was just putting each other in everybody's movies, branching off and doing separate movies. And then shout out to Judd Apatow because he's one of the reasons that all of those guys were able to get their shine.
Yeah. So now, man, with doing this, I can see how he got lost in the shuffle because Superbad was like you want to know what Superbad was for people that like our age and a little bit older. Superbad was what American Pie was when it came out in '99.
I take you back even further. Superbad was what Ferris Bueller's Day Off was for our generation.
And so that was around the 80s. Time of like, no, what I'm thinking of 90s. I was about to say around the time the Weekend at Bernie's, but that was mid 90s.
Yeah, nah,
or early 90s.
Weekend at Bernie's wasn't in that same vein. Like in the 90s, it was probably something like maybe a Class Act or
house party-ish.
Maybe like a house party or something like that. Like it because it's like a teenage comedy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and that was, or maybe like a Bill and Ted's awesome, you know what I'm saying, Awesome Adventure or something like that. It was kind of in that vein where it was just like teenagers doing some wild, crazy shit that you didn't expect, and they just Superbad just took it to another level. Shout out to Project X too. Project X was one of those.
Yeah.
Project X was crazy.
Project X, man, the way that shit was going through, and like, listen, y'all, it's no social media back then, but the way that it traveled, like, everybody was talking about fucking Project X. See, I didn't see it when it first came out.
They did it the way they made it. They did the marketing the way that Blair Witch did theirs. Yep, and the way that Paranormal Activity did theirs, because they kept talking about this crazy party that happened. And I remember it was even like they did like a fake news story on it in real life. Like they paid to do a fake news story on it in real life. So like the marketing budget behind this was pretty big compared to those, but the way that they used the marketing was similar to Blair Witch and the Paranormal, because like a lot of people was like, yo, have y'all heard about that party that these kids did? And then when it came out, you know what I'm saying, people finally realized, oh, this is just a fucking movie. But it was so dope the way that they did it, like, you know what I'm saying, to be able to put that together and to draw the attention to the movie. It was worth it though. But Project X was crazy. That was a great movie.
Yeah, that movie was super crazy.
Fun fact. So I used to work in Walmart, selling DirecTV. And at the time when DVDs came out, they used to have these papers in them. And the papers used to have these codes on them. And you can take the code and you can put it on. It was what was that? It was called Flickster. They used to have an app called Flickster.
I remember that.
You can take that you can take that code and load it up on Flickster, and you can have the movie on your Flickster app. I used to steal the papers out the DVDs at Walmart. And that's how I used to get a lot of my movies.
That's funny. Flickster used to be my joint, but
yeah, man.
Yeah, that was one of like the first like apps I used to download on the phone when I would get a new phone. So yeah, I fuck with Flicksters. But yeah, man. So we ready for the Flames?
Yes, sir, man. Let's go, man. You up?
Oh, I'm up first. Yes, listen, man. Cedric the Entertainer, Lucy Liu. I mean, Niecy Nat. This is when she was getting those little roles of like, what I'm saying, getting a little bit of screen time here, a little bit of screen time there, man. D. Ray Davis, Will Patton. I think the casting was pretty good for this. I wish it got more attention. But if y'all are looking for a movie, man, just like you said, it's really even kind of kid funny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, teenagers can watch it and really get a good laugh. But for the disrespect that this movie gets and the poor ratings that this movie get, I'm gonna do the opposite, man. I'm gonna give this movie a 4 because let me tell you something. I don't laugh out loud a lot,
right?
But I laughed out loud a lot watching this last night. So I'm gonna give this movie a 4, man.
Okay. So everything you said, of course, adding that. But my thing is that if you go back and really watch this movie didn't have a lot of holes in it. This movie did a great job with storyline, and that's a huge, huge thing for me. Especially in comedies, because a lot of times they let the comedy do the work, but this one was more so like they really focused on the story of this movie, and then it wasn't a bunch of plot holes in this movie. And for them to be able to do that and still be able to bring the comedy and still be able to have those moments where you can, get a gut buster laugh and everything else, that's very hard to do. So I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go 4. Cast was great, but that for me was super important because not only did they have a tough time doing it, in my opinion, because everything was a flashback for him. So a lot of the stuff they was doing flashbacks with, but at the same time, for them to be able to do that and still focus on his memory throughout the whole story and keep that as a part of the story, and they never strayed away from that. And then that was really ultimately at the end, how he came to the realization that he was actually a janitor. Like, I thought that was great. So for them to be able to keep that together, that was super impressive. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4 too.
I ain't mad at it. So listen, y'all. I need to come up with a new word, man. I need to come up with a new word because I feel like I sound like a broken record. I say this shit, but yo, when I tell you this next one, it's literally one of my favorite movies. Like, if this movie is not in my top 10, it's in my top 15.
Yeah.
And the performance that is given by the main actor of this and his sidekick, like, she killed it too. But we're talking about the number 23. Okay, Jim Carrey, you know what I'm saying? That's the wrong woman. What's my girl name? Okay, and that slipped my mind. But this movie, man, it's about obsession. Like, I love those type movies, man, where he got obsessed with the number 23. And what was great, one of the greatest things about this movie is when it first come on and it's giving you all the stuff that equals to 23. And like they showed the Titanic. Like, I think it was the date that it went down. It equaled the number 23. So they're showing you all these things that equal the number 23, like all these tragedies that happened back then and stuff.
Yeah.
Man, that shit took me down. This movie came out in 2007. So internet wasn't, internet was good because I got Facebook in 2007.
Oh, no. The internet was popping in 2007. It was like the beginning of the social media era.
Yeah, and when I tell you I was on Google Bing or whatever the fuck I was using. When I tell you, that was like the first time I really went down like a wormhole. Yeah. Of like, I'm looking up all of this stuff. What equals the number 23? I'm going through. Dude, let me tell you how crazy I got. I got so crazy that my oldest son was born. Now, he was born in 2007. Guess what time he was born?
What time?
1:22.
That's crazy.
A.M. Yeah, yo, when I tell you, dude, I was going down a wormhole of like, okay, what the fuck else equals 23? Because I was like, this ain't right. I said,
that's hilarious.
Yo, I'm telling you, but I went down the wormhole, but and it was just so ironic, man, that my oldest son, Tay, was born at 1:22 in the morning, dude.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, this
he was at the table in front of the computer, like.
So I'm just saying, like this movie is great. I have no problem going back watching this shit.
And this was dope because we actually got to see Jim Carrey in a serious role too.
This, and I think that was one of the times where it was just like, because I think I don't know this for sure, but I think like this was one of like the first, or at least it has to be still a low number of when comedians were doing like a serious role where like they were just like, all right, I'm gonna do a serious role just to do one to show y'all that I really can do that.
Marlon Wayans was like that too with Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah. Yep. So but yeah, man, like I just feel like this movie, man, this movie's great. This movie is really great. And I think that it's also what you're looking for in a movie. Virginia Madison. Madsen, that's what it was. Yeah, man. She was she did a great job in this movie. Well, not as young as she was in Candyman, though.
Nah, I'm just saying, just you know what I mean.
But but in 2007 though, that's when she had that. You know what I mean, that older woman look when kind of. You know what I'm saying? She really looked better in this than she did. You know what I'm saying? In the Candyman joint.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, and she played two characters. What? Mm-hmm.
Oh Fire. Yeah. So y'all, man, listen. Get with us, man. Next episode, we got something crazy going down for y'all, man. Can't wait to see it. This one is hopefully you guys get super into this, man, and we can come up with some conspiracy talk and see how far we can get with it. But yeah, I'm super excited for it. But you know what I'm saying, if you guys want to, you know what I'm saying, shoot us any suggestions, tell us how we did or tell us how poorly we did, vice versa, whatever. Hit us up on the socials. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at View9Pod. You can hit us up on Facebook at VA Pod Watch Group. And as for me, you can follow me on Twitter at Scoots Bronson. I have a link tree in my bio. You can go there. You can find me everywhere else.
Yes, sir, man. Y'all can find me at s.foster8 on Instagram and Twitter, at 28 Minutes or Less Pod on IG. Let me see. Follow the podcast, the 28 Minutes or Less, on all major platforms. I dropped a new episode. What was it, 94? If I'm not mistaken. I did The Bone Collector, man. You know what I'm saying? That movie is in my top 5. So I dropped that for y'all. So go tell me what y'all think about that episode. But that's all I got right now at the moment.
Cool, man. And listen, thank you guys very much for listening, man. It's always greatly appreciated. Thank you for tuning in as always. And until the next episode, man, you know what I'm saying? Like they say in Hollywood, that's a wrap.
Cut.